We're on the edge, and I'm falling down. Ooh, I got the lyrics wrong. Terribly sorry for ruining that for you. I should read in advance. We're on the edge, we're miles apart, and I'm 6 feet under, digging down my heart. We're on the edge, we keep falling down. I'm 6 feet under, digging down my heart. Okay, sorry for ruining the opening for you, but that was a song that I liked from Melfest this year. Wait, I'll just put this away, and I'm right back with you. That was a song from Melfest that came to the final tonight. Celebrationary Times for 6 Feet Under, which was a song that I liked. Maybe some of you liked it too, but I guess we should talk about something else first. Regardless, welcome to another one, another stream. What do you call it? Welcome. That's what you say. Welcome to everyone coming back today. Hope that you're all well. I hope that you've all had a wonderful time watching some national finals tonight. I hope I'm not interrupting something that you're watching right now. Maybe there are still national finals going on. I'm not sure. But if there are, I apologize. But I'm still kind of happy that you come here and join me instead of instead of watching those national finals. I guess that's really really cool if you do. A lot of people were here yesterday. There are actually 36 people here right now, which is pretty sick. So welcome everyone. I think it's wonderful having so many people here again. So welcome everyone. Let's see. There's a lot of hype obviously around Finland tonight. However, I haven't watched. I'm terribly sorry, but I haven't watched the national final. I watched Melodifestivalen, as you probably could have imagined, because Melodifestivalen is a Swedish thing, and I am from Sweden. I don't think I need to clarify why. However, I saw that we have a reason to be happy tonight regarding the results over in Finland. Portuguese semifinal 1 is apparently going on right now. So hope you're all enjoying that one. If there are songs left to be performed, then please watch them if you want to, and you can just join the stream later. I'll be on for a little while. I haven't really planned how long, but it's a late night one. It's past midnight here, so we'll be on for a while. I stocked up with a drink as always. You should do the same if you want to. There we go. Love that sound. So I'm settled for the night, I think. Unfortunately, I have no carrots left. All my carrots, I ate all of them yesterday during the stream and after it. So I have a carrot deficiency tonight, which is rather unfortunate, but I think I will manage anyway. You'll just have to, energize me instead. You'll be my nutrition for tonight, I guess. It's always wonderful to follow along with what you're writing about in the chat, and we can discuss some things all related Eurovision or something else. If you want to talk about something else, I'm always up for whatever type of chat it is. Thanks also for all the lovely wishes yesterday. There were a lot of just positive vibes on this channel. There's obviously a lot going on right now. I don't know how well aware you are of everything going on YouTube, but there's a lot of just, what do you call it? Like bad vibes on most places on YouTube. My channel included. However, I feel like I have such a lovely community here. Those of you that come out for the stream are just the best people on the planet, pretty much. The people who watch the reviews, those of you who do it, awesome. There are other people who are not the nicest people on the planet, and unfortunately this is a recurring theme every year, but I feel like it gets worse and worse and worse every year, which is rather unfortunate. I'm not gonna dwell too much on what's going on with what people say to each other. It's just pretty bad, and it's not something that anyone really can shy away from. I think we'll just have to live with the reality that a large amount of the people who watch Eurovision and follow YouTube and stuff are really, really nice. There's just a select few that for some reason are not. We should probably leave that where it is. We don't need to dwell on it, but thank you all for joining my chat tonight. 44 people right here, right now, and those 44 of you, you're all lovely. At least from my interpretation from you, you are. Hello, everyone. There's a lot of stuff you're talking about already. Let's see. There's a lot of Portugal stuff, and I, as maybe you know, I haven't heard anything from Portugal. So I need to get on that. I think like after tonight we'll have some songs finished for the final, I guess. So I should probably take a look at those pretty soon. But there's also, I got a few songs left from Germany to check out. I got all of the songs from Serbia and Moldova, I think. Right? Moldova has a final soon as well. I of course have to check out the song that wins in San Marino. If they've picked one yet. I don't know if they have. But yeah, I have to check that out as well, of course. And then of course the Portuguese ones. And then Iceland has, I guess, a final now as well. So there are 3 more songs, I believe, that I have to listen to from Iceland. So a lot of songs. It's gonna be a hectic week, which I'm not really prepared for because I'm back to work next week. So yeah, we'll see how all of that goes. Taya says that I missed so much. You should definitely watch UMK performances. The production was top notch. I should do that, but I can't do it like now. What do you call it? Like, because I'm streaming. And if I like stream listening to or watching them live now, I'm gonna get taken down from YouTube instantly. So we're not gonna do that. But I will make sure that I check it out. Let's see, Scandinavian countries are slaying this year, maybe except Denmark. Yeah, Denmark are not slaying this year, but what do you call it? Sweden, we don't know. I mean, Sweden could go for something that is not is not top notch. We don't know yet. We got a few songs in the running that I don't think we should send, and if one of those wins, well, then tough luck. Let's see, San Marino will pick in half an hour. Okay, so I think we'll get that live then. You can tell me what wins, but I need no spoilers because I have to review it, of course. But we're gonna get a new Eurovision song in half an hour. That's pretty exciting, I guess. You still haven't checked the revamp of Lithuania. Oh, you know me too well. There's a lot of other stuff going on all the time. I will get onto that, but I'm not gonna make a review for it, if that's what you're expecting. I've made a review for the song, and I don't need to make another one for it. I feel like I will have nothing to say. So yeah, but you're actually completely right, Film 4.0. I have not checked it out, and I should. I'm just kind of wondering when, because tomorrow there are so many songs that I have to review to really just kind of make myself keep up to date with everything that's going on in all of the national finals. But we'll see. What's with the stage invader? Is there news why they did that? It's just speculation, I guess. But I read something. You can't trust everything you read online, right? But it's some environmental cause about, do you call them wetlands, that are kind of threatened, I guess. Yeah, there's usually when it comes to invaders of certain things, it's usually about either religion or environment, I'd say. Ans Rick says that invader is an eco-activist. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I read as well. But we'll see. I don't know if anything has been confirmed. It might just be someone who just wanted to mess with people to mess with them. Let's see. Keria won with like more than 400 points. Yeah, I saw that. We're gonna go through the results, but of course I haven't seen them live, so I can't really. I'm not the best of judges, I guess. Keria was a showstopper from the songs we have now. Cha 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 is an easy televote winner, and I doubt it's falling out of the televote top 5. Yeah, might be. It's just nice to see that he actually matched like the what do you call it, the expectations. Loreen and Keria in one night we needed but didn't deserve. We deserved that. I mean, after all of these national finals this year that have not gone to plan, we deserve this. We absolutely did. Let's see. I've always loved how you articulate things. Well, thank you, Sean. That's very kind. Very impressed by Loreen tonight, especially after all she had to deal with in her performance. Yeah, like just imagine you go through the half of your performance, you nail everything, and then you get stopped and you have to do it all over again. The set has to be restaged, and you just start over. Like it's tough, but I mean she's a pro, so I was never worried, I guess. The revamp is not that big anyways. Monica just added a repeated Lithuanian phrase, so don't worry. Yeah, that's what I've kind of understood, but I will still listen to it. But it's not enough of a revamp to make a new review for it, I'd say. Ronella's San Marino entry is up there with Poland's Booty and German Icky. You should at least check that one out. Why are you saying that I should check that one out when it's like those two songs? Have I done something to offend you, or do you just want me to suffer? No, Andy, I will not check that out unless it wins. if it's that bad. Let's wait until Sweden sends Thunberg with the How Dare You song. I don't know what this is. Let's see. It's about religion or the environment. The Catholic Church that tries to sue Chemical Rosa because made in Italy. Fifth Night Live. I don't know anything about this. Hoydamut performance gave me everything I needed and more. The scene was where the other guy was holding the mic while he was singing was moment. I can't comment on that, but I'm sure you're right. Smash Into Pieces made it. They did indeed. Absolutely thrilled for them. Loving the videos where they edit Loreen's performance so the board above her falls. I just found them so funny. Okay. That sounds very painful though, getting that entire roof crushing you. Should we let's see. Let's see if my streaming abilities have not been worsened by one day passing. We need to move myself, which we do like this, and that looks awful, but soon it looks lovely. Wonderful. And then we need the screen capture, which we're gonna add the website. Eurovision World. Why is nothing showing? Why is nothing showing? What am I doing wrong? Oh god. Okay. There we go. Alright. We got it. At the end we got it. Okay. Eurovision World. So we got 3 news so far. We talked a little bit about the hosts yesterday. Don't really know much about them, but we'll get through the news here. I don't think we're gonna stand too long on Iceland because I haven't listened to the songs yet. We're gonna get to that in a little bit, or well, not in a little bit, but I will get to that in next week. I guess, because there are only 5 songs there, and I've already listened to 2 of them. So 3 more songs to listen to. I should be able to manage to do that. So we have Siga Ozg and Langiseli and Skugarnir, who went through. So yeah, how are we feeling about that? Good, bad, meh? Do we care? What's the? Is there anything in Iceland that's worthy of being top 5 material in Eurovision? You'd say. Let me know. Let me know what to expect. I might think so, and you might not think so. So who knows? But for now, tell me if it seems good so far. I'm trying to really. This works terribly. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Hi Groot, Guillermo says hello. Welcome to the stream. This is the first time I see you here, so welcome. Maybe you've been to the other ones and haven't just commented, I don't know, but welcome. Watching your stream because at this point Portugal NF is just juries talking. Yeah, you're welcome to listen to me just talking instead. That's a choice you can make. The snippet of Kuma's staging was the worst bit. The staging was actually quite cool. I'm happy to hear that. Didn't help them though, did it? Cha-cha-cha is my favorite so far, but I wasn't fully on board with the staging concept. The transition to the melodic side was a bit underwhelming. Ooh, I'm looking forward to listening to it, but we'll see. So people seem to not be very overexcited by Iceland. It's a lot like didn't really care for Iceland this year. Iceland is underwhelming after the great run of 2019 to 2022. Have they had a great run? So it's Hattari and then Dadi twice, and then the sister group. I haven't really been like wowed by any of those, but I get what you mean. They were appreciated. Yeah, I get it, Andy. There's nothing on par with those then, I guess. Kuma probably had my favorite performance overall in UMK. Ooh, I have to watch that as well then. People seem angry though about Iceland. Are we not? Are we upset? Iceland is absolute meh. Celebs, okay. Unfortunately, no one. Celebs made it through for wildcard. I'm just happy about that. Okay. No one is watching Iceland. Maybe next week when they have the final, right? Maybe someone's watching them. Or are there other national finals next week? There's Germany is next week, I think, and maybe more. I always think Iceland always sends either something really good or really bad, never in between. I'm actually the opposite. I think there's a lot of like in between songs from Iceland that I don't really care about, but I think they're pretty good. But I see where you're coming from too, Noah. Absolutely. Iceland doesn't really have a standout this year, in my opinion, but Dijla from Semi 1 is my favorite so far. That one was pretty good. I can see that being a favorite. We'll see if that one wins. At least Celebs got to the final so you can review them. They're my favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna review your favorite. Congratulations. I really want Iceland to win. That will be interesting. Oh, they have a song in the selection that should win? Or you just want the concept of the country of Iceland to win Eurovision? You have to clarify. Iceland has my all-time favorite with Hattari, so they have hard times to beat that. Setting the bar high for you then. Did you listen to Loreen? Of course. I watched Melody Festival tonight. I didn't watch UMK. So obviously we're gonna talk about Melody Festival a bit later. I think we need to get through Finland first, and then we can just dive into everything Melody Festival. And I think we're gonna like talk the semi-final. We're gonna talk like potential winners. We're just gonna get all nerdy about Melody Festival because that's where my excitement lies. Portugal has had a 10-song recap about 20 times. That's funny. Christine Cecilia, I thought she had a good song, potentially top 5, but the performance tonight was so cringy. Didn't make the final, and rightly so. It's always unfortunate when those things happen, that the performance doesn't live up to the standards. Kuma was really good. I'm happy to hear it. I have to watch... I'm gonna watch all 7, I think, because I really liked UMK. I liked all of the songs. And from the snippets, I thought Alexandra's staging looked really cool. And Robin's staging actually looked pretty cool as well. Even though I didn't really care for the song. But next week is Germany, Iceland, Serbia, and Moldova. I have a lot of songs to listen to. Wow. I don't think I will manage to do all of this in 1 week. Germany I will finish, Iceland I will finish. We'll see what happens with Serbia and Moldova. Maybe I just need some recommendations on a few songs to listen to there, the favorite ones. Um, Germany's is actually the day before Iceland. Okay, so Germany on Friday, I guess, and then the rest on Saturday. Someone said the live performance of Cha 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 a bit like a porno. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I will still watch it, but very interesting take. Germany Friday and the rest Saturday. Okay, I'm gonna be watching Serbia. Lol. Alright, all the power to you. I will be watching Melodifestivalen, even though it's only second chance. Iceland last amazing song was 2016 and it didn't qualify. Was that Hear Them Calling? Yeah, that one was good. Let's hope for Jan in Poland, Luke in Serbia, and Lord of the Lost in Germany. Yeah, Poland choose tomorrow, right? So we're gonna get another song tomorrow as well. I do quite like the concept of Iceland, not gonna lie. Also the concept of Iceland winning. Yeah, just as a country, or just there's a song there that you like the concept of them winning, or just the country winning would be nice. I guess you're onto something. Do you think Icky will win Germany? Well, I hope not, but you never know. Alexander's performance was great, good staging and a beautiful song. Yeah, it's really... I like that song too, a lot. I haven't listened to it that much. I've mostly listened to Yli Voimainen and Cha Cha Cha. Those two are the ones that have peaked on my playlist, I'd say. UMK overall is the best NF I've seen. I liked every single performance. Some other countries need to take notes. Yep, agreed. Some other countries need to take notes. I'd say Ireland without... Well, I was about to say I'm not saying any names, but I just said one. Ireland should take notes. I haven't watched any of the performances of Deltävling 4 yet. You're in for a treat. There are 2 amazing ones. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. When do you plan on listening to Serbia's songs? I consider you one of the 2 most competent ESC YouTubers, even though this is my first time ever to comment. Thank you very much. That's wonderful of you to say. Really makes my day. Thank you very much. I'm not sure yet. I have to get through Germany and Iceland first because I've already started those. And then I guess Serbia is the next. I haven't seen any hype about Moldova, so I guess I'll prioritize Serbia. We'll see what happens with that. But I think there are a lot of songs there. We'll see. I probably won't listen to all of them. Sorry, Alexandra, but it is what it is. There's they need to spread out the national finals more. Like when Ukraine was the only one, I had all of the time in the world, and now all of them come at the same time. For Moldova, I'd limit it to the five fan favorites. Yeah, I'll probably do that then. I managed to switch to Sweden exactly before Loreen, but my connection crashed before one of my favorites in Portugal, so it evened out. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. The Serbian NF has 32 songs. 32. Yeah, I can't make 32 reviews. Right, I just want Iceland to win, but they haven't that song, which can win this year. Yeah, sorry for my English. It's fine. Your English is good. I just didn't connect the whole context of what you wanted to say. But don't apologize. Really, it's cool. I understand everything now. But yeah, it could be cool if they win sometime. But it's not like it's the country that I most just want to see win. I mean, if they win, they win. If their song is good enough, then they should win. But I usually don't really consider like, oh, I want this country to win. I just want the best song to win, or something that deserves it. You know the concept that I'm saying. Serbia has 32 songs, so you should definitely just listen to a few of those. I recommend skipping Moldova for your own good. I can't skip it entirely. Have I skipped it? Okay, I've skipped San Marino, so I can't say that I can't skip it entirely. We'll see. Judging, like, it has to kind of go from how much energy I have, like, in the next week. Judging stagings from snippets is a bit like judging a song from a snippet. There's a lot more to be seen. Benjamin's staging was wow and looked like nothing on the snippet. I'm happy to hear that. I absolutely agree with you. It's just like yesterday all we had was snippets, so I just kind of said that it looked promising or it looked a bit underwhelming. But I didn't really judge anything from that. I hope you don't think that I thought negatively of anything just judging by what the snippet stagings looked like, because as of course, as you say, it's stupid to just judge it by that. I just kind of speculated. I hope that's fine. Do you think with the new... Oh, where did the comment go? Do you think with the new rule about international votes will affect lesser known countries such as Iceland, Armenia, Georgia, Malta or San Marino? Some foreign viewers could have never heard of them. New rule about international votes. What's that? I don't know anything about that. Have I missed something? I don't think it affects that because I think if you got a good song, you got a good song. I mean, in the early 2000s, didn't like Estonia and Latvia won in 2001 and 2002. So I don't think that plays into it, if I'm honest. Moldova had a live audition with juries. I think you can review the ones that got top 3, top 5 maybe. Also, we actually already got some results in there of the favorites. I'll look into it. To be honest, for Moldova, you really only need to review 3 songs, the ones from the returning artists, because the winner will be very obviously be one of those. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Guillermo needs my reaction for Samo Mi Se Spava by Luke Black from Serbia, the fan favorite, very modern song. I know Luke Black. I've heard his song. I think it's called Demons. Maybe. I'm interested to listen to it if it's the fan favorite. I also remember like some people talking about Samo yesterday and hyping it up if it's that song. I'm hyped for Loreen and Smash Into Pieces, as you should be, absolutely. I think you can wait until the live performances is there for Serbia, since live performance changes everything. Yeah, it just depends on when I will get those. We'll see. I'll have to kind of plan this out, I guess. There's a lot of songs at Serbia's NF. If you need recommendations, you could probably narrow it down to around 10. 10 is still a lot, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Moldova is a 3-horse race, then maybe I'll just do 3 songs from that selection. Oh, there are so many comments now. Like, thank you all for commenting so much, and 55 people watching past midnight on a Saturday. I'm ecstatic. But I'm sorry if I can't answer or mention what you're writing about. I can't get through all of them. I feel we need to like keep on track with actually talking about what I was planning on talking about as well. Maybe you can react to fan favorites in Serbia. Yeah, that's probably a plan. Maybe I'll look into it. Serbia has about 10 really good songs and a lot of filler. Reminds me a little bit of Poland, I guess. Had a few really good songs and then a lot of filler. Jay just had a performance of Portugal 1973. Do you know that one? I need to double check. Portugal had a few good ones in the 70s. I think 72. Portugal is among my favorites. Let's see if I remember 73 here. Turada. Just from the image, I don't recognize it, but maybe I would recognize the song if I heard it. I'm not sure. Serbia this year is a letdown for me, and I don't understand Samo Mi Se Spava. Sorry. Yeah, not everything can be for everyone. It's the way it is. There are a lot of people who don't like cha-cha-cha as well, and they probably feel the same way as you do here, because they're the odd ones out, I guess. Let's see. If you're gonna skip most of the Serbian songs, prioritize reviewing Luke Black. Yep, got it. Have you privately listened to Eiffel 65's or Ronella's entries in the San Marinese NF? If yes, what's your opinion on them? I can just answer you no, I haven't. In case they win, I want my review to be like the first listen, so I wouldn't listen to them. There is a new country in ESC voting was the rest of the world. Oh, so we're getting a new voting group and everyone from other countries can vote in that? Interesting. That's completely like passed me by, this information. Who is your favorite from the Melfest semi-final? We will get to that, Guillermo. I hope you can stay around for a little bit because we just need to cover Finland really fast, and I'll try and pick up the pace, and then I'm gonna get really nerdy about Melfest, I think. People can vote from the rest of the world now, though they all count as one country and only televotes. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. Can you tell us your current 2023 ranking, or would you need time to properly prepare it? The full ranking, no. Slovenia is up there, Latvia is up there, Ukraine is up there, Italy is up there, Finland is of course up there. I probably missed a bunch, but those I like those. Australia is up there, Norway is up there. Yeah, I can't get through all of it. But yeah, you got a few there that I liked, Noah. Hope Voyager's Promise is growing on you. Haha, it's my favorite by far. Yeah, it's good. It's up there on my preferences. Serbia has semifinals during the week, so you can react after that. Good point, Brian. Okay, so it's kind of like there was another national final that did that as well. Wasn't it Spain? I think Spain did that. And Italy, of course, San Remo. I had to like go through the week there. Honestly, I kind of think Sweden is a sure winner at this point. At least I hope Kärja can dominate the rest of the field. Well, I mean, Sweden might end up going for like Maria Sur, and then I don't think you would consider it to be a sure winner. I'm really happy about many new genres in national finals and Eurovision too. Love experimental and metal music. Yeah, like the amount of rock music that we've got is amazing. It's just a shame that no one picks it. Like, Denmark had one job. Denmark had one job. I will never get over this. I'm sorry, but I never will. This year is so strong. I really enjoy most songs this year. It's alright. I'm not... I haven't given it too much thought yet, but it's shaping up to have a lot of good songs, actually. MF is really weak this year. In your opinion, maybe. Like, I agree. Like, there's been a lot of, like, meh stuff here. But I think it's been shaping up a little bit. Like, it was been really in, like, uneven... split in the different heats. Like the first heat was so bad, and then it's like gradually got better. It's just awkward in that case, but I get your point. But I think there are a few really good songs this year, especially 3. I will stay here. It's just 5:32 p.m. in Mexico. Muy bien. No, they're gonna go for Loreen. Come on, yeah, probably they will, but we can never be sure. I think Ukraine teased a revamp of the song, and I thought that sounded completely different with a new melody. I'm worried about that. I like Ukraine the way it is. Tomorrow, big day for us from Poland. Yeah, Agera. We'll see what you're gonna go for. Lucas says the job was to pick Aya. Sorry, Niklas. Yeah, but I didn't like Aya's live performance. The song was absolutely winner worthy from their selection. But like Freedom had the best performance. In my opinion, that performance was everything I want in a rock song. It's just fantastic. And like the charisma, the energy, the intensity, the aggression, getting the whole audience pumped. I just loved every second of it. Okay, let's move on. I'll shut up about Denmark one day, but today is not that day. Let's talk UMK. Daniel says Riley was a good choice for me. Yeah, for you. Not for me. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I've actually already seen this ranking. So Benjamin finished last for whatever reason. A bit unexpected, I'd say. He was among the fan favorites. But yeah, there were 2 songs that were very far behind everything else. Alexandra was one of those 2. But you can definitely see why, because the televote was what really killed it. Yle Voimanen only getting 5th is very sad for me. Girls Like You getting 4th is okay. I mean, I think we all expected it to kind of be the only one that could challenge Cha Cha Cha. At least from my understanding. No Business on the Dance Floor finished 3rd, so I assume the live was pretty good for that one, which is awesome. It's not my type of song, but I still could find like some parts in it that I really enjoyed. I think this instrumental hook of it is really charming and has a wonderful sound to it. And if the performance is good, then, you know, deserve to get top 3 for sure. Portion Boys got 2nd because of the televote, basically. I can't really judge anything before watching the performances. But if I just go back to when I made the tier list for UMK, I don't really remember entirely, but I'm sure that Girls Like You and Portion Boys were the ones that I had the lowest, and then probably Kira, and then I think Benjamin, and then I had Alexandra and Kuma as the great alternatives. I'm pretty sure that was the case, and of course Cha 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 is the winner. And I mean, Finland agreed that Cha 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 should be the winner. It was 343 points over 2nd place in the televote, so that's pretty insane. So according to televote, the results should have been very similar to the way they actually ended up. Only thing different is Hoidamut and Something to Lose swapping places. So in this case, the jury didn't really have that much to say about anything. If we go to the jury vote, though, I like the way that these results look. They're very similar to my tier list, if you can kind of recognize that. Of course, I can't judge from the performances, but it's very, very similar, like eerie similar to the way my tier list looked. But yeah, I gotta say, judging from the overall ranking, if I just take song-wise, I think that Yle Voimanen is the major standout, that it only finished 5th. But 5th is not last, and I mean, I think the main part for them was they were never gonna win anyway. and they actually got a massive hit from doing UMK this year. I don't know if they're already famous in Finland, but I'm really thrilled for them being that much, like, they've been charting really, really well on, I guess, Spotify or just the Finnish charts in general, and that's so cool for them. So I think they just kind of gained something by competing here in basically just getting a hit, which is amazing. So I'm really thrilled for that. Also kind of like this voting system, to be honest. The televote has much more power, 75%. I mean, it becomes very evident that the jury doesn't really have anything to say then, but still, it's much preferred by me if the televote has more to decide, like a greater impact than only a jury, because juries can sway a lot of things, like we saw in Lithuania, for instance. I don't really support what happened there. Okay, let's see what you're saying about this. Benjamin Last is disappointing. Yeah, I could absolutely get on that. Carrier is the perfect winner. Yeah, I agree. Thanks to you, I like freedom more now, so you should be happy. I'm happy about that, actually. I could swear Portion Boys will come second. Well, they did. Well done, Vlad. Benjamin finishing last is a crime, but also this NF is so insanely great, so I can understand. Yeah, exactly. Like, the NF as a whole was just fantastic, so anything getting last is basically not getting a last place, because you made it as one of these 7 really great efforts. So, yeah. Kira was great live. I'm happy to hear that. I always think like these pop songs are really difficult to really nail live. We had one in Melody Festival and in this heat that I didn't like. I mean, as a song, and the staging was alright, but it wasn't like mind-blowing. But we'll get to that later. Kuma was the best performance for me. I'm happy to hear that. I'm just excited to watch these now, but I will keep my, what do you call it, patience. Kuma under Robin is wild. Yeah, but Robin is a big name, so I expected Kuma to come second for sure. Surprised by how little televote they got because of the way they charted, I guess. Ylvoiman and Robbed, and if results are very often so random. Yeah, it is what it is. I haven't been keeping up with national finals for so long, so it's all a bit new for me. If it wasn't for my country's juries, Kuma would have beaten Robin. Well, I mean, it's 5th or 4th. I don't think they'd care. Portion Boys was amazing live. Happy to hear it. I'm looking forward to watching that as well. I enjoyed every performance, honestly. That's awesome. Like, that's the dream to have in your national final, that everything is just good. Robin getting 28 points from the jury is pretty low for me. The live performance made me like the song. I'm happy to hear that. That the performance kind of elevated it. Alexandra robbed from the televote. Yeah, the televote gave her 24 points. That's very few, but she got some points, so... And I always kind of expected that would not sit well with the televote. And I mean, she got second in the juries, so there's something to write home about there. Kuma is pretty famous, but not as big a name as Robin or Portion Boys. See, but then they got like... Because their song this year is a bigger hit than both Robin's and Portion Boys, I'd assume, so really happy for them. If I remember correctly, the English commentator said Kuma won a Finnish Grammy. Ah, okay, so then they're pretty big. But that's so cool, though. I mean, and of course, they also got like an audience outside of Finland as well, because I've started listening to them. I only listened to that song, but I should get through more of the discography later on. But yeah, I think they've got a lot of new listeners outside of Finland as well, which is really cool. Benjamin vocals were a level below the other artists. Only reason he was that low, really. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's understandable if that was the case. Didn't like Portion Boys too much in studio, but the live was super fun. Bonus points for having a drummer on a Segway. Okay, interesting. Kira had good vocals. She was fun. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to getting through these. I will cha-cha-cha to my grave while listening to Tattoo. Right? Stop watching San Marino for this live. Thank you, Kamari. Welcome. You're very welcome to join. Hope you stick around, I guess, and don't think that this is the worst thing in the world, watching this live, so you want to go back to watch something else. You're very welcome to join, though. Benjamin got 12 points from the juries from Sweden and Poland, so it was first somewhere. That's true then. To be honest, they all did good, which is the main thing. And Girls Like You and Alexandra were the 2 songs I were about, but they were both elevated, I feel. Awesome. I didn't know Portion Boys were that liked. I mean, it's still nothing compared to Keria, but yeah, Portion Boys Segway drummer versus Milik trampoline drummer, who wins? Battle of the Ages. Let's see. Should we finish about UMK by just confirming that Taya says, honestly, UMK might just be a perfect national final. Fair system, fantastic songs, not too long or too short, and absolute perfection in production and staging. I can't comment on the last part, but the rest, absolutely agree. And very kind towards content creators like myself to only have to listen to 7 songs and not 32, like Serbia. Still like Serbia, but 32 songs is impossible. 7 songs is such a good number, I'd say. I find your lives to be really laid back and easygoing. Most streams are rushed and never look at the chat. Yeah, but I'm not like most people. Sorry, that sounded really cocky, didn't it? But I'm happy to hear that, Noah. I think this is all just kind of a bit of fun. We just hang out together, and yeah, that's what I really like about it. I think this is really just calm and nice and a bit fun. Brian says, you should watch the videos of UMK artists reacting to each other's songs. It's probably my favorite Eurovision related video ever. I've watched it. Don't you worry about that, Brian. It's really fun. And the girl from Portion Boys is like really excited all the time, and it's pretty funny. And wasn't it something like Benjamin called Robin a girl throughout the thing as well? I think it was something like that. Yeah, it's a funny video. I agree with you, Brian. I should watch it again, but there are so many things I should do. The thing that I should do the most though is just stream, because this is so much fun. I actually thought Kira was gonna get last. I felt she was nervous. Well, she didn't. Or 100. Sorry. Wow. Ooh. Or 104 like San Marino. 105, 6. One of the finalists didn't show, and they were an automatic qualifier because they were actually from San Marino. Okay, I can't keep up with San Marino. It's just San Marino can do what San Marino does as long as they choose a song. Then I can keep up. Yeah, Benjamin said "Go Girl." It's embarrassing. Samu Haber was also an amazing host. I can't get enough. Is that from UMK? Samu Haber was the host there. Have Eurovision World written anything about that? They haven't. I assume so, because I think Rauli, I remember your name, and you said something about Finland before. I think. I hope I'm right. Okay. Let's end Finland there. We can only just confirm one thing, that we got a really strong contender for Eurovision now. Seems like when we talked yesterday, or when I streamed yesterday, I asked all of you what song we were cheering for. And every single comment, I think every single one, had Cha 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 at least like top 3. So, I mean, no one can really complain about this, at least not in my chat. And if you do, it's fine. You're entitled to not like it. But it seems like it's very, like, do you call it universally loved? You can't call it universally. You call it liked by everyone. Let's just say that. Apparently, Keria's name roughly translates to Mr. Wins a Lot. Interesting. Usually I watch the recap and listen to the songs I liked in the recap. If I don't want to listen all of them. I could do that, but there's always something, like recaps don't show, like you can miss so much if you just listen to a recap. You can miss like the golden ones. But I get why, because there are a lot of songs to get through. These cuffs happen when you don't have your obligatory stream carrot. I don't think the carrot is what makes me not cough, but thank you for giving me an excuse. Mauro the Legend is part of the jury in Portugal. Where did you rank Saudade last year? Probably top 5. I don't know. I don't have a ranking from last year, but very, very high. Yes, from UMK. Yeah. Okay, Rowley. I'm happy to hear you got a good host as well. Let's move to Mother Loreen. San Marino is still not over. Okay. Good night, chat. We'll finish the stream tomorrow. Don't you worry. Have a good one, Mihailo. It was lovely of you to stop by. Sleep well. If you can't sleep, I'm here. You can come back. You're absolutely welcome to come back if you want to. But have a good one. As long as they choose a song, that's proving to be a bit harder over there in San Marino. Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Still not done. I have the ability to understand in 10 to 15 seconds what I might like and what not. It's a little bit strange. No, I don't believe that. Like, sometimes you just kind of have a song that you've listened to in a very short snippet, and you just feel like, yeah, that wasn't anything special. But then when you listen to the full thing, it grows on you. That must happen at least once in your life, Ans Rick. That must have happened at least once. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No chance. Okay, the results from Heat 4. Let's go from the bottom and up, so we can save the goodies to the end. Mera Mera Mera. I mean, we talked about all of these 7 yesterday, but we hadn't heard the full song, so I just kind of gave you like hunches that I had, like, oh, this sounds promising, this sounds a bit like it's not gonna be my thing. And I said that Mera 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 didn't sound like my kind of thing. When I listened to the full song today and when I saw it, I realized even more that it's not my kind of thing. It had like a what do you call it? It was fun. It had upbeat touch to it. It was just kind of there to entertain and be enjoyable and catchy. And I guess it kind of what do you call it? Like pulled through with that purpose. But other than that, I'm not really sure if I got anything from it. I thought the performance was pretty decent. I thought he sang very well. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. It was just that it's not a song that I would ever listen to. I think it was very uninteresting throughout. Structure very by the books. Instrumentally, nothing really special going on in it. Had a hook to it and had some charm in the performance, but I think that if one of these songs should have finished last, it's probably that one. Sorry, Emil. I'm sure you're lovely, but I didn't really care for your song. I thought Edelweiss was pretty. It was pretty. Kind of sounded like that in the snippet as well. But one thing that I thought about when I listened to the snippet was that it sounded a bit hectic vocally. I didn't really get that same feeling when I saw it today and when I heard it today. I thought that it flowed very nicely throughout. It had a very warm sound to it. It was just really pretty in that sense. And I think they were. They had like a nice performance to them. It felt a bit unsynchronized at times. It felt like they weren't really sure when they were supposed to hold their hands together and whatnot. But it was like only just minor details like that, and maybe that was part of the point. I don't know. But I liked the lighting on stage. Thought it really looked very nice. They sang it decently. I'm not sure if like it wasn't really perfect, but it was okay. Just kind of something that bugged me when I listened to it though is the use of the word Edelweiss, because I don't think that it fits the chorus. It sounds a bit like external. It doesn't really fit with the whole flow of the words that they're using in the chorus. I don't know. It sounded a bit weird to me, but and like the chorus has this pretty like constant melody to it, but at the same time there's really something charming in this like folky little vibe that it transmits. So I mean, it was decent, but I would probably never put it as one of the 4 to go through. I think 6th is, it's okay. It can be there. I wasn't cheering for it, but I didn't mind it either. We have, of course, this was probably a bit of a surprise that Mariette only qualified to the semi or Andra Hansen by 1 point over Axel Schylström. When I watched Gorgeous here, I thought it was really, really great. The thing with it though is that it's a song that I would never listen to in my life. It was slow, a bit on the, I can't really call it cheesy side because it really packs like an emotional message with it. But as a song, arrangement wise, it didn't really have that ability to really click with me. It's not a song that I will ever listen to, but I thought it was presented very well. He sang it incredibly well. Like his vocal performance was, I can't say it was the best because you had Loreen, but I mean he sang it beautifully, and I like the whole concept of everything, and I like the story behind the song as well. I think that he deserved to go through. I absolutely do. However, the thing is that I also believe Mariette should have gone through. Mariette this is probably like this is probably, in my opinion, her weakest effort so far. It's easy to say so early because I've only heard the song like once or twice now, but it's not a song that stuck with me. It sounds very, very heavily inspired by Lale, who is a Swedish singer who has this very same type of sound, instrumentation basically, in most of her songs, and the vocal style is very reminiscent of that as well. I think there's a nice melody within this. There's a nice little instrumental to it. I think it's staged very well. It has this kind of, I wouldn't call it epic feeling, but it's absolutely very polished and professional production-wise in terms of its staging and layout. And of course, Mariette sings it really, really well. But the song was, like, it was a bit underwhelming compared to her previous efforts, and I can absolutely understand why she almost got knocked out. It was a strong semi. And of course, a 1 from the young age group here, 3 to 9, they didn't like Mariette, and that 1 can really just like knock you down. But she got some 12s here as well. I mean, she's really, what do you call it, likable, and she's very professional. But I don't think this song is really there, and I'm very doubtful that she will actually make the final from the semi. But we'll get to that in a bit. Then we have Where Did You Go by Kiana, which was, in my opinion, the worst song in this heat. It came third. It almost went to the final. But this song is basically the most repetitive thing I've heard since Temple of Love by Bodies Without Organs in 2006, I think, which was also in Melody Festival, and which looped the song title of the song. I think it was like over 100 times. I'm sure this one is up there as well. Like, I wonder where he or she went. And then she says that, what was it, under the stars or under the sun, she found him or her. So I don't really know what the point of the song is. It's a lot of just, where did you go? I found you. Where did you go? I found you. Where did you go? I found you. It does my head in. And it's incredibly repetitive, like melodically as well. Instrumentally, very by the books. 3 chords looped throughout the entire song. Most basic song structure. I get that, like, the performance was a bit professionally put together. It was ambitious. It had choreography. It had a light show. It looked great, you know, and that hopefully that's kind of what elevated it. But we all know the reality of the thing is the fact that the kids liked it. It was upbeat. It was happy. It was a pop song with an electronic production, and that really just worked. But I never want to hear it again. Never. I'm sorry. I might be really harsh, but it's not my thing. That's the real question. Where did you go? Yeah, where did you go? I think he or she went under the stars, because that's where I found you. I found you under the stars. That's where I found you. I want to know. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? I want to know. Like, are you seeing what I'm seeing? What is this? Hate it. Sorry, rant over. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Smash into Pieces, 6 Feet Under. 5 stars, for sure. This is... 6 Feet Under was what I was waiting for. This entire Melody Festival season, I knew before that we were getting a rock band in the last heat, and I was basically just sitting and praying that, okay, let this actually be like top tier rock delivery of this song, like epic, anthemic. I really like this style that they have. It's very Linkin Park, I guess a little bit Blind Channel, but more mellow in the sound design, I'd say. It's not as distorted, but it still has that drive and punch to it. Has a killer hook to it. Very melodically engaging. Vocally sounds great. Staging was out of this world good. I love this 3D landscape that they got with like the neon lights and kind of a city landscape. It looked amazing, sounded amazing, had a great hook to it, lovely structure throughout the song as well. These instrumental breaks after the choruses when the synths just take over, it's like such a moment of just like, wow, they knocked it out of the park. This is perfect. And it's just on this, like, it's balancing on this really fine line between being a hard rock song and a pop rock song. I mean, this is very pop inspired. It has a pop hook to it. It has a pop chorus with guitars and heavy drumming, basically. but it's also these heavy inputs, and also like synth reliant heavy inputs with distorted guitars. It's a combination of these, so that, I mean, it's kind of open for everyone. There's a chance for everyone to like it. And if you look at the voting pattern here, obviously the people at the age of my grandma didn't really like it, but everyone else, 8, 10, or 12. And that's just really telling for how well this went, and how well written this song is, and how well arranged it is, because it's just on the balance between being really accessible for people who love the heavier stuff, and for people who love the pop stuff. Everyone can just kind of get behind of this one, and just say, yeah, it has a good chorus, or it has heavy riffs. Like, there's something for everyone to enjoy in this one, I feel like. A bit similar to when Dead by April was in 2012, with Mystery. If you don't know that one, it was basically a song, like heavy rock song, like this synth heavy, like nu metal kind of inspired rock song, which was the same thing. It had an amazing pop hook, but still had the growly, like it had growl in it, like vocal growl, and then really heavy guitars and drumming. So it's kind of similar point, and that song went to the final as well. So it's similar in that case. Then we got Loreen. Loreen knocked it out of the park. She got a stage invader for her performance, which I'm sure everyone is already aware of. Absolutely awful. Does it again, and does it even better, I'd say. I mean, the fact that she just comes out again and does it the same way, just polished, perfect. What a performance, what a staging it has. But what's the real standout is probably like her vocal performance in this. It's absolutely wonderful. The tone she brings in her voice is just so overpowering, and I love the chorus. I love everything about it, honestly. There's like this one section within this song that I can't really click with, and it's when they go into this instrumental breakdown towards the end. The transition leading into that is incredibly abrupt. Like, it's fine if it's an abrupt transition, but this one is completely like it's taken from a different world, because it's just chopped off and being introduced without really being like, there's no use of fading or automation here. It's just stop, start, and it feels very sudden and chopped, and I don't like that. Everything else, incredible. Okay, I've been rambling about everything Melodifestivalen, and everything you've written in the chat has passed me by. So let me catch up here to the best of my abilities, which is not going to be a lot, because wow, you've written a lot. Thank you for writing so much in the chat, and thank you for watching, so many people. I can't get through all of this. Let's let's see. Marcus and Martinez is the only song that have a small chance of beating Loreen, but as of now, Loreen definitely winning Melodifestivalen. Yeah, I think Loreen's winning too. I'm just happy that Edelweiss isn't last. Yeah, I mean, only the 3 to 15-year-old liked it a lot, so that's, yeah. We're talking about Emil Henron, I guess, yeah. I'm so satisfied with the 2 direct-to-finalists. Me too. If they had split the last 3 in the 2 first deltalion, all of them would have qualified. No, I think you're exaggerating a little bit. But I think Axel would have definitely made it in another semi. I wonder if Smash Into Pieces have a chance of winning. The way this year started with Rock, maybe we'll get Rock even from Sweden. They're not winning. Sorry to tell you this, but I can't see it. But it's a good sign, because I'm terrible at predicting. I always get it wrong. But, I mean, we've had rock songs in Melodifestivalen before, and they've never won. Never. Never. And it's not happening this year either. But if it does, no one would be more thrilled, or maybe someone would be more thrilled, but I would be thrilled beyond words. Is there a semi-final which you thought was just so bad it was funny, like none of the songs deserved to go to Eurovision? The first one, but Jon Henrik is still good. So maybe no. Nah. But the first one was really bad. Very weird age votes for Mariette, in my opinion. Yeah, very chopped up, like divided in terms of the age groups. I'm happy the grandpas gave it 8. Oh, that's for Edelweiss. Yeah. I mean, it sounds very folky and old-fashioned, I guess. So let's see what else we got. San Marino, especially for young, emerging young artists, making it a platform for these people who are good but struggling to get into the music industry. Huh? I don't follow. We're talking about Sweden here. Don't remember anything about Axel's song, so I'll have an opinion after watching his performance. Yeah, absolutely watch the performance, because the song is not really a lot to write home about. Judging who the winner will be by amount of YouTube views, Loreen is sailing away with rocket boosters. I can imagine. I actually didn't expect such a good rock song from Sweden. It's actually pretty good. It's really good. It's really, really good. Absolutely. Let's see. Where did you go, Cotton Eye Joe? Well, who knows? Well, that's a real question. Where did you go? Yeah. Kiana looks like a great performer. I hope she comes back with a better song. She only turned 16 today. Absolutely. I mean, she could do a... What's her name? Clara Hammarström, who had a... Well, in my opinion, a not so good song the first time. She didn't really have a good song the other time either, but she went to the final. And then she went direct to the final when she had a song I actually liked. I mean, there's potential, absolutely. But this song was repetitive beyond words, and I despise it. So, the grandpas also really liked it. They gave it 10 points. Oh yeah, Axel Quistam, yeah. Probably thought Kiana was their granddaughter. Oh yeah, they gave 10 points to Kiana. Yeah, maybe they did. They were probably like, oh, she looks like such a sweetheart. I want to vote for her. Where are you now? Under the Stars, I guess. Not saying it's good, but I feel like Where Did You Go is a better version of One Touch from last year. Yeah, One Touch was not my thing either, so maybe I can agree on that. Geez, repetitive is an understatement. It really is. Like, it's silly how I don't know. I think she wants to know where he went. Could be wrong. Yeah, you might be wrong. I'm not sure. Well, we'll have to look into that. We'll have to ask her. Smashing to Pieces were amazing. Yes, absolutely. SVT really gave us a curveball, starting in hell and ending with Loreen with Euphoria. Yeah. 6 Feet Under snapped. Like that, I guess. Yep, I agree. They were amazing. I love the fact that Tattoo has a lot of Euphoria vibes, yet feels new and modern. Yeah, it has like the suspense of Euphoria, but it's also like a bit more uplifting, I'd say. But it still has that really like drama to it. That's really nice. Piri counted the Where Did You Goes, and there were 35 of them. Yikes. 34 too many. No, like 30 too many, maybe. Yeah. I think Smashing to Pieces would have direct to final in Semi 1. Too bad they were overshadowed by You Know Who. In Semi 1? Yeah, like, there have been pretty obvious direct to finals in all of the semis so far. But I see what you mean. Like, I was kind of feeling like at one point I felt like maybe this is so much that it clicks that they will actually go first. Like, it gets the most amount of votes because it's so accessible for everyone. And I thought, like, after Statements, people might be a bit on Loreen. Like, it's not going to be as accessible, but still, it's Loreen and her performance was out of this world. So, yeah. 6 Feet Under has a really catchy melody. I was happy it go directly to the final. Me too. Unrelated, but remember the 2 hours between the acts and the results? I think the results for Portugal semis just came out and San Marino hasn't chosen a song yet. Soon maybe. Who qualified from Portugal? I don't know, Luca. Everyone other than the grandmas appreciating the Mellows rock song brings me to life. Yeah, same, absolutely. What's going on now? Attention everyone, Loreen already has 74,000 views on YouTube channel. Marcus Martino second with 17. It says a lot. Loreen pulled a Suri after that invasion. Yeah, sure did. Portugal announced their 6 qualifiers, but now they've just opened the lines for the public to save a 7th one. Okay. Interesting. A 7th qualifier, apparently. Hi, who are you? AJ Funny Drummer says. I am Groot. Thanks for subscribing though to my channel. Thank you, AJ Funny Drummer. You're welcome to join the channel. Much appreciated. Loreen singing when the music cut after the stage invader was really nice. Yeah, exactly. Like no one really realized that it was actually like an issue. I was getting like very suspicious when the camera was just zooming out and nothing ever happened. It looked really odd, but I mean, she just kept going. Pro. Kenneth says 2007 was technically a rock song. It was a yeah. I get what you mean, but you get what I mean, Kenneth. I mean, it's not. That's vintage rock. It's not. It's not hard hitting rock. It's not heavy guitars, heavy drumming, massive riffs. It's not that kind of rock song. Okay, we're getting some Loreen updates on the view count. Guess we're on 100,000 soon. Wait, someone invaded Loreen's stage. Yes, Kamari, you can probably find it online. Just look it up. Not sure if I'm late to the stream, but what's up? You're not late. I mean, we've talked about Finland already. We chatted a little bit about Iceland. People let me know that no one cares about Iceland this year, basically. But yeah, we've just talked about Melodifestivalen. Have a good night, y'all. I'm going to go to sleep and have very nice dreams about Kerry and Loreen at ESC. Yeah, have a good one, Taya. Thanks for stopping by. Film for O Melodifestivalen channel finally released all of the songs. I can't wait to listen tomorrow while training. Air, Tattoo, and 6 Feet Under. Yeah, those three. Saved them instantly. I did that as well. Should probably add them to my workout list too. All three of them, actually. Nice shout, Film for O. I'll do the same. Can't wait for you to review Contraste Mudo. You'll absolutely love it. You can't just say that, because what if I won't love it? You can't be sure. My sleeping schedule is so messed up. I woke up at 1:30 a.m. You woke up at 1:30 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. If Loreen wins Melfest, I might get the word Euphoria tattooed on my arm. Only true fans will understand. I don't understand it. I'm sorry, Noah. 92,000 views for Loreen. Loreen was even more amazing than I expected. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Out of the two songs of Loreen that did not go to the final, My Heart Is Refusing Me or Statements, which one is your favorite? Statements. Statements is my favorite song in 2017. My Heart Is Refusing Me is good, but I have other songs that I prefer in 2011, but Statements was... I love Statements to bits. Tattoo is definitely a Eurovision winner, possibly. It could be. Could be. So, what I was thinking that we're also gonna do in this video, I'll just have to prepare it though. So I will have to take a... We've been streaming for 1 hour and 16 minutes, so I will take a 5-minute break, and then I will be back. 43 people in the watching right now. Let's see how many of you are left when I'm back. I will prepare what I think we're gonna do. It's gonna be Melodifestivalen related, so if you're excited about that, then you should stick around. I'll leave you with what should I leave you with while I'm gone? I'm gonna leave you with Smash Into Pieces. I think 6 Feet Under. You're gonna listen to that if you want to while I'm gone. You can also mute and do something else. 5 minutes, and I'll be back. Okay. Right, welcome back. It sucks not being able to bring any carrots with me. I feel a bit sad. Regardless, jokes aside, I guess I'm gonna stay hungry for this one. I was actually looking for some protein bars downstairs as well, and I've eaten all of them. So nothing of that as well. But if you can see on the screen right now, I've prepared a tier list for Melodifestivalen. Because I figured I'm not gonna make a video for this, but I will actually chop this part out from the stream and post it on my channel. So you can watch this afterwards if you want to. But we got 16 songs left in Melodifestivalen, and I mean I've heard all of them. Some of you might also have heard all of them, and I will try to make a tier list from the songs that we have. And everything you disagree with me on, just tell me. Everything you agree with me on, you can tell me that too. I can also see in the chat that San Marino has finally chosen a song. So, well done, San Marino. JH3 says chat's gone from the screen. It definitely should not be. Why is it not? There is one comment. There's a no carrots comment from Noah. Yeah, indeed, no carrots. I hope the chat will automatically just work. But if it doesn't, that sucks. But I will be keeping an eye. I have, you see, there are 36 people in the chat right now, or watching in the stream. Technically, there are only 35 because I'm watching as well. I have it right here, so I can actually keep track of the chat here. So so I can still read what you're saying. But as I said, we're gonna make a tier list from Melodifestivalen and the songs that are remaining. And these are the 16. I prepared this so that we can do it. One thing I haven't prepared though is like where am I gonna place anything, because I have no idea. I haven't thought anything through. Which so easily happens when I'm supposed to plan something. But it is what it is. I hope you enjoy anyway. I think it's going to be very spontaneous, like me dragging out places and putting songs where I think they should be. But yeah, I mean, it basically is what it is. But since we've already talked so much about it today, let's just start from the bottom, because everyone already knows now. Chat is back on its own. Your prayers work. Thank you. So many boy bands this year. Yeah? I haven't given it too much thought. Just get Loreen out of the way and pull her all the way to the top. Tack. No, we gotta save the top ones for the finale. Okay, we're gonna get right into it. Tier list: Sweden, 16 songs, 5 categories. And if you've been following the stream now for a while, hearing me talk about Melodifestivalen, you already know that the song "Where Did You Go" is not for me, because holy hell, this is repetitive beyond words. I've already talked about it in the stream, so I'm not sure if I have to mention it again, but yeah. How many times did you say she said the chorus? There was someone in the chat who counted 35 times, I think. I seem to remember. Melodically uninteresting, chords uninteresting, instrumentally uninteresting. Nice little performance to it, but yeah, not for me. So let's see. Lucas says, I can see that not for you are Theos, Elovan, Benin, Tone, Paul Ray, and Kiana. I haven't said anything. Don't just make assumptions. But you're right about one of those. Should we go with Elovan, Benin right here? Not for me. Absolutely not for me. This is what do you say? Like, it's a very popular genre and type of music these days, but it's one that I don't particularly care for. I guess it's like an ambitious performance with a fun little, like, it's harmless. It's just there to entertain and to be fun, but I'm not in on the fun aspects of it. I don't really particularly enjoy it, so simply it's not for me. It has a nice little hook to it, I guess, but it's a song that I would never listen to. Simple as that. I honestly don't think that there's anything else that I would consider to be not for me. These are the two that I absolutely do not want it to see go through at all. I think the rest of them have pretty redeeming qualities here and there, but there's gonna be a lot of them that I would put in the "It's Alright" category. And the first one, as Luca pointed out, I think we're gonna go with Tone, "Rhythm of My Show," because this song it has this drop that wants to be like the song really tries to be very kind of empowering, I'd say, and it has like this suspenseful tone to it. It's a bit dramatic, but it's also like sassy. It has some attitude. It has this drop segment which tries to build some energy in it, but everything kind of just sounds a bit flat to me, a bit uninteresting. I don't think the instrumental hook is really packed with a lot of drive. It feels very mellow and restrained for trying to be this kind of empowering and attitude-packed hook. I think the vocal performance is honestly, I don't want to be harsh, but it's very subpar in comparison to the competition here. I think the vocals do not sound convincing, like in this performance. It's just not good enough, which is surprising me, because I think like My Way last year, Tone's song, was, I think I made a top list and I think I had it like 6th. Thought that was so much better. This one is like Gary says in the chat, the drop is very underwhelming, and I agree. I think most aspects of this one are very underwhelming, and there's like some weird lyrics in it as well, isn't there? Well, no. It's still alright. Like it ambitious, has some qualities in it. I think the hook is catchy for its certain audience, but I'm just not part of it. It's alright. Is she even singing in English? Jeffrey asks. Her diction is rather lacking. Yeah, it's a bit unclear at times to really hear, which is a bit odd, because I think in My Way it sounded much clearer, but it is what it is. Let's move on. Should we get Mr. Alpha out of the way as well? Paul Ray. I love him. I think he's wonderful. I think Talking in My Sleep is probably like it was in 2020, and 2020 had Kingdom Come, so it's obviously not my favorite from 2020, but it's absolutely my top 5 that year. I think it's a wonderful melody. I think it's a beautiful song, very well arranged. And then we have The Missing Piece, which I thought was almost even more beautiful. It had like this really pretty just setting to it, wonderful staging, wonderful performance to it, a lot of charm, a lot of just pleasant tones getting from it. And then we have Royals, which is upbeat, it's energetic, it's intense, it's absolutely what I think Paul Ray should be doing after these 2 softer efforts, making a little bit of a switch, making something with energy, something that gets people going. And of course it worked out for him. He went instantly to the final. However, the song is absolutely just, what do you say? It's a song that frustrates me, because I don't need to hear about him being, or they being, royals and rebels and legends. It's like such dude culture, and Paul Ray, I'm sorry, but you're not alpha enough compared to Groot. I think probably the opposite applies here, that he's too alpha to kind of apply to me. Like this song just screams this kind of, it just wants to be so much, and it just comes across so silly in a way. I can't connect with it. It's also a pretty like repetitive song throughout the runtime. I think what really just saves it is Paul is pretty damn great. The performance is really ambitious. It has wonderful staging. The choreography is great. The light show is great. It just looks fantastic on stage. It's just a shame that this performance is paired up with a song that is... I'll leave it blank. I don't like it. Sorry, Paul. I love your previous efforts, but this song... you need to stop singing about being a royal, because regardless of me liking you, you're not a royal. Okay, we're moving on. Like, this is such a pessimistic video so far. I feel there are a lot of songs here that I don't really care about, but, or are there actually? Like, I feel like we're getting somewhere now. The songs that I can see now on the screen, I'm starting to like them. I think we'll put Let me just think though. We have two songs from the semi here, so those two, I want those to get knocked out, but I have to pick two more from the semi to get knocked out. And I think we're actually gonna pick one of them now to throw into the It's Alright category, because Mariette, I feel like I'm a bit harsh here because it is enjoyable, but I just feel like the song isn't enough to really warrant my decision to really put it into the enjoyable category, because it is a bit on the forgettable side. It kind of just passed me by. I don't really consider it to be that outstanding. It has a great performance to it. She sings it very well, but the song doesn't really have that, like, leave that impact on me, and I don't really get an impression of something that really clicks here. So I'll just have to put it in the It's Alright category, because it's not all the way there. I find it enjoyable, but it's not a song that I would ever set myself out to listen to, unfortunately. And that's just the way it is. So I would like for her to not not qualify from the semi-final. And let's see what other songs we have from the semi. We have Nordman, we have Tennessee Tears, we have Tios, we have Melanie Webe, and we have Victor Krone. These five, yeah, they're all gonna be in enjoyable or above, and so will all of the finalists that we have here as well be. So we're gonna move up to the enjoyable category. I feel like what I have to start with here, I just kind of have to stay true to my personal opinion, I guess. Oh yikes, this is really tough. Probably. Ah, God, this is so difficult. I'm gonna go for Tios. Mer of Day, really ambitious, like really fun. I think it's a massive step up from what he did last year, but it's just so far away from my type of music. It's this like bubbly pop that's really happy, upbeat, makes you just want to be in a good mood, and it kind of manages to do that while also just not clicking with me at all, because I'm not the audience for it. I feel like when it comes to these upbeat pop songs, I get more enjoyment out of the song that Panetos had, for instance, which was in the same semi, you know. So what do you call it? It's just more like, it's just my subjective preference in terms of the musical delivery here. I don't find the beat to be very interesting. I think it's a bit flavorless. I think the hook is there. It has a great melody to it. The performance is definitely what elevates it and just kind of kicks it up a gear and makes it actually a standout. And I think it will qualify for the final. I don't think we need to worry about that. But in an ideal world that I decide, I think I will just have to put it like just outside, because I like the other four songs more. But it's not going to be like that when we see the actual results. But at this moment, I feel like this is the one that I get the least enjoyment out of. And I don't really listen to it. But it might be a grower. I don't know. I haven't really given it too many chances afterwards. But yeah, it is what it is. I think most of you kind of just expect me to not be the audience for this as well. So I feel like I might get a bit understood there. Let's move forward, and actually let's go with Maria Sur here, because this, like, it's such a conflicting song, this one, because she sings so well. It's very epic, anthemic. The lyrics, I don't think a lot of people really click with. Like, it's so sad that you have to write a song about standing in the pain, standing in the pain, standing in the rain and feeling pain. I mean, it just really frustrates me, because the song is trying to tackle an actual issue in the world right now and make you feel sympathy. It manages to do that, but it's only because of her story. It's not because of the songwriting here. It almost feels like a parody to what it wants to present topic-wise. Unfortunately, I feel, and that's just such a kind of disappointing aspect within this song, because I feel like the songwriting, while not really interesting, it is a power ballad with a big voice, very engaging in that sense. I say it's emotional. But when you listen closely, you don't really click with it. It doesn't feel like it's carefully crafted and there has actually been put like love into this. It feels very formulaic in a sense. Like it's predictable. It is exactly what you want. Like if you'd ask your computer, without anyone sitting behind it, to put together a song that's supposed to evoke emotions within people about a very, very serious topic, this is what you'll get. That's kind of what I feel about this one. it's so frustrating because there are so many great things about it. It's vocally so well sung. It has a nice melody in there. It has good ideas in the instrumental as well. Polished production, pretty empty staging, but still lovely lights and such. But man, I just hope that we won't pick this one. It's unfortunate, but yeah. Let's continue on the ballad track, because for the show by Melanie Weber, this one is really pretty. Like the way that this one is structured. Like staging wise, love it. I like this like column that she has behind her, and the way that just this lighting, like the color grading on stage, like the gold and the black and the orange, it looks wonderful. The song has a nice build in it. I think it builds very effectively throughout. It's like a progressive song, which really just showcases an evolution throughout. It has a nice piano melody to it. Like the piano arrangement throughout is pretty damn great. Vocally, it has a nice melody, lovely flow in it, solid vocal performance, maybe a bit unclear at times in pronunciation, I guess, because it's not really superbly clear in what she's singing. But when I listen to the studio cut, I just feel like, yeah, this is just a well-written ballad. It clicks, it works for me, and I'm really happy that she went through. We'll see if she actually manages to go even further, but I think this is just a big step for her to just go to the second chance. But if I got to choose, I would definitely want to see her go through, alongside, I guess, Viktor Krone, who I actually haven't really talked about, because I've been streaming for, I guess, like 2 weeks or something. So I've talked, I think, about all of the Melfest songs, like Semi 2, Semi 3, Semi 4, but not the first one. I've only like glossed over it a little bit. And Viktor Krone obviously made it from the first one. A lot of people don't like it because it's very Viktor Krone, and that's completely fine. I'm the same way. Like, it's the most predictable Viktor Krone song you would hear. However, I find this one to be really easygoing, pleasant to listen to at any time. It's not something that I would ever pick out and just say, look at this masterful songwriting. Oh, look at these complex ideas he's thrown in here. Oh, do you want a song that has the most perfect production I've ever heard? I would never go for this one. It doesn't do anything outstanding. It just does everything pretty well. And I get that could be considered like really boring for a lot of people. For me, though, it's just a pleasant listening experience. It has a nice little show to it. It's very empty on stage, but it still has a nice show to it. It's well presented. It's well written. Has a nice chorus. Has a lovely instrumental to it. I really think so. I like these guitar-driven songs, but it's not a standout. But I absolutely think it's not as bad as what people are actually trying to claim that it is. Because people have been saying it's really awful, which I think is really unfair. I think that it's better than his song that he had whenever that was, which was called Troubled Waters. This one has a constant melody to it. It's more melodically varied. It has a nicer soundstage to it. It's actually an effort to create something a bit more flowing, I'd say. And I think that should really be encouraged instead of just being shot down. But it is what it is. I think Viktor Krone might actually get knocked out here, but for something like Kiana probably. But in my world, I think it's among the strongest songs in the semifinal. But I don't think the final necessarily needs it, because as Luca just wrote in the chat, I just kind of quickly glanced. Viktor Krone's song is just very Viktor Krone, and that's absolutely what it is. Let's move on. We got 2, 4, 6, 7 songs left. 5 of these are already in the final. One that isn't is Tennessee Tears with Now I Know. This one's enjoyable as well. I wouldn't go as far and call it a great alternative, because I don't think it is. I don't think it's something we should send to Eurovision. However, I think that it's very charming. It's very upbeat. I like country when country is done right. It's so reliant on the guitars, and the way the guitars are layered in this song. It's just a nice soundstage. And I think the chorus has a great melody to it. I think the drumming is energetic. There's a constant energy within the song, and really makes it feel very lively throughout. It's also, just like Viktor Krone's song, a nice song to listen to at any time. It's really pleasant while still being pretty catchy and upbeat. And I think this one just has a little bit more of an memorable aspect than Viktor Krone's song has. So that's why I just kind of prefer it a little bit. I also like the duet aspect of this one. I think they're great together. I think they sing incredibly well. Especially the woman in this group has a wonderful voice, really does. And I think they sound great together. I like the instrumental of it. I think the staging is pretty decent as well. It looks nice with the band. It feels very inviting and warm and just, yeah, inviting. It feels nice just seeing it and listening to it. I think it's really pleasant. So that's an enjoyable one as well. And we got 6 songs left. And the more I look at them, I think that these 6, if we go for any of these 6, I will be satisfied. That, like, if we send one of these 6 songs to Eurovision, I won't have any issues with it. Of course, I have my preferences on which one we should send, but these 6 are the standouts, in my opinion. One of them is, of course, only in the semifinals so far. However, I feel like they probably will make it to the final. They were very close to going to the final in the semi, but Paul Ray went instead, because I guess that's what royals deserve. Nordman aren't royal enough to go to the final, I guess. I'm just trying to think like what I want to put in 6th place, because these, I have a top 3. I have a 4th. You know what? Let's get them out of the way. I like Nordman a lot, but the thing that sets them back is that they have no staging. They basically have no staging. They have an LED, they have crows, they have green mysterious screens in the background, and they have a wonderful song with a fantastic melody. I can't stress it enough. The melody of this song is out of this world good. It's so charming the way that it's played on the key harp, and it's lovely how it's layered with the vocal towards the end of the song as well. However, they have nothing behind them, nothing to really support them, which I think is really unfortunate. These guys deserve a performance to really work with their song. I've already mentioned it in a previous stream when we talked about this semifinal, that in 2008 they also had a really great song, but a performance that was expensive. It was well thought out, well crafted, and well executed. They burned a girl on stage, technically. You just need something to actually go on stage as well. They're excellent at just creating a story, lyrically or melodically or visually in this case, in a performance. It's such a missed opportunity to not give them anything to do for a staging. It's so disappointing to just see 2 men, one singing, one playing the key harp, and then crows on LED screens behind them. Great alternative if they can enhance the staging and actually make it into a great performance, because this song has the potential to be that. It has a wonderful melody, it stands out atmospheric, or like in an atmospheric sense. It definitely has its own sound, and I think it's a standout. But yeah, if they have that staging to Eurovision, they're not going to go to Eurovision. But in this world, if they would end up going to Eurovision with that staging, I would be very worried. But yeah, great alternative song-wise, I'd say. Jon Henrik Fjällgren is also, of course, a great alternative. He always is. I didn't really care for his song in 2019, which was called Norrsken, because it was basically just a rip-off from Axel and Ingrosso. I've already mentioned that enough times, but I just mentioned it again for whatever reason. However, this song doesn't have that like melodic impact. It feels mostly like a song featuring Jon Henrik Fjällgren than it is a song Jon Henrik featuring these other 2 dudes. Because his yoiking is very much in the back. It's not the center, like the focal point of the song. I think where the perfect balance was made was in 2017 with the En Värld Full av Strider, which I don't remember what position he came in, but after Statements got knocked out, I was rooting so hard for that song to win because it stood out so much. It was epic. It had a grand tone to it, and it incorporated Jon Henrik Fjällgren so well with the rest of the song. It was like he was still the main part of it. The yoik was so integral to that song, and then the chorus had this massive delivery vocally and melodically, but the yoik was still the focal point. Here it's the complete opposite. You have a song, it's pretty, like, it's very modern, electronica inspired, has a great sound to it. It's produced very well, it sounds wonderful, it has a nice hook to it, not like overly memorable, but still nice. And then you incorporate Jon Henrik Fjällgren and you put it at the very back. It's not what the standard part about this song really feels like. Uh, it's very unfortunate, but it's just the way that I feel about it. Still, if it was to win, I would 100% be behind it because I think that it's really enjoyable to listen to. It is just a great song, well written, well arranged, incorporates the yoiking really nicely, but I feel like it's just a missed concept because it's supposed to be the other way around in my head. Still, I really like it, but yeah, it's not the song for me. We got 4 songs left. These 4 have floored me. And Panetos is the one that, like, Panetos is not gonna win. Everyone knows that. Like, when I saw the second semi, I was like, okay, I want Panetos to win because they were the standout that far. Of course, we had Jon Henrik Fjellgren, but they were the song that made me feel something, that gave me hope for Melodifestivalen this year. It just elevated when I saw them. They were incredible on stage. The song, I get it if like it's like a party song. It's very happy, very harmless, just upbeat and tons of fun. And I think it does that job perfectly. But I get it if that's not your thing. Like if it's only that, then I mean people could just be like, oh yeah, it's simple, it's predictable, it's very easy, straight to the point. Not really a big fan. Completely understandable. As a song, I'm not entirely sold on all of the aspects within the song because I think like when you listen to it in the studio cut, the production quality of it isn't really what I wanted it to be. I think the opening is very weird with how the vocal is very loud and the instrumental is super restrained. But as the song kind of, like, when you see it live, it's just something completely else because they're charming on stage, they have wonderful energy, a lovely performance, and things are going on all the time, all over the stage. They have this really just charming aura around them, and they work fantastically together. They have a choreography which is playful, it's fun to watch. For the entire 3 minutes here, I forget about everything else going on, and I'm just hooked by this performance and this song. It makes me so happy. And I mean, it's not what we should send to Eurovision, but like 2 weeks ago, when this was the only one that I felt really positively about, I felt like we should send this. But now I don't think that anymore because we got 3 songs below here, which are the 3 standouts. If I could, I would put them all in the top category, but you know this series by now, I'm sure you do. We're not allowed to put anything in the, like, we're only allowed to put 1 song in the top category. So let's get into Smash Into Pieces. I love them. I've already talked about them in the stream, so I don't need to go through more of it. But it's just this perfect balance of pop and hard rock. There's something for everyone to latch onto here. It has the hook, which is very pop inspired. It has a nice melody to it that's very easy to stick in your head. It has a little bit of a softer touch instrumentally. It's not all out just distortion and heavy drumming here for the chorus, but then you have the riffs that kind of comes after it, which are really heavy, and you have the synth being very prominent in these sections as well, which is just a nice sound, like instrumentation through the song as well, and its sound design is out of this world great. It sounds fantastic, has a little bit of everything from both worlds, I guess, and it's a fine balance between different styles and different approaches, and I think it just works. Staging is fantastic with this whole 3D cityscape they got for it. Fun little, I guess, idea for the drummer with the mask. It's all just packaged so well and well executed, and a great alternative. If they win, I'd be thrilled. If Marcus or Martinez wins, I will be thrilled, because this song is probably my favorite song in the selection. Like, if you just listen from a studio cut, it's everything that I kind of need. It has suspense, it has like this mysterious mood to it, it has a build which is super effective, and it has an instrumental drop with a sound design that is out of this world great. It has a melody here which is really tangible. I will probably just return to the sound design, because the way that this synth comes across within this soundstage that's very moody and atmospheric, it's like just this beam of light in the middle of everything. It's such a bright sound to the synth melody. Like, it's kind of a pluck, very aggressive, very fast-paced, very reminiscent of trance music from, I guess, well, from all periods of time generally, but I guess early 2000s is probably where you find most of it, like maybe like artists like Sash, for instance. It's just this very energetic, trance-like synth that it has going for it. It feels very well executed instrumentally. and then you have a performance which just kind of matches that ambition, because the performance knocks it out of the park as well. The light show is great, the choreography is great, they work together on stage as well. I feel like maybe it's lacking a little bit in the second half. It becomes a bit more like too much free-flowing stage wise, but as an overall package still, it just looks great, it sounds great, it's perfect, but it's not Loreen. I guess. I mean, I think like if everyone who makes a tier list for Melody Festival this year will probably put Loreen at the very top, because it's just that performance and that effort that just is a step above everything else. It's professionalism to the max. It's creatively put together, arranged on stage in a wonderful way. It's really just like this creative staging kind of elevates what already is a very powerful song with an immense vocal performance. And I think the hook is there. It's really catchy, but not like too catchy. It's not one of these hooks like the "Where Did You Go" that's just repeated over and over again that makes you annoyed at it. It has a nice melody to it, lovely tone in the vocal that matches that ambition as well. It has a very intriguing instrumental that's varied throughout as well. And the final part of the song, the drumming, it really kicks in. Really, like, even after the first chorus, when the drumming has kicked in and the energy is being kept in the second verse, just small little things like that add so much to the song. It feels very energetic throughout. It's constantly really engaging. And I think that's the standout part about this. Along with the vocal performance and the staging and, you know, the whole package. It's Eurovision ready, it's Eurovision worthy. Let's see how far it goes, but it's the song that I think we should send. Simple as that. That's my tier list. Tell me what yours is. I'll be reading the chat to see and compare. You don't have to put all of the 16 songs in it if you don't want to, but you can just give me your winner and your great alternatives. And we'll call it there. And I'll try and get through the chat. You've written so much, and I haven't been checking it like at all. Let's see. Where Did You Go sounds like she wrote and sung and thought it was too short, so needed to extend it, and did that by putting the title in a few more times. Yeah, it's basically once you've heard 1 minute of the song, you've heard all of it. That's basically what it is. Royals equals winner with that Coca-Cola commercial sound on the last part. What? I don't get it. Am I stupid? Maybe I am. I don't know. Rhythm of My Show drop is very... Oh yeah, I read that. Is she even... I read that as well. I actually kept up a little bit. Paul Ray, I'm sorry, but you're... Oh yeah, I read that as well. Returning to say that one of my least favorite San Marino entries won. Oh. Unfortunate. Paul's song is a cringe fest lyrically. I agree. Unfortunately. Royals is my least favorite of Paul Ray's entries. I agree. Unfortunately. He has good competition though. Like his previous songs are really good. Teals and Maria Sur better for Groot. Wasn't expecting that. Huh? Better? What does Tennessee have to do with Sweden? Why not Göteborg Tears or something? I think maybe they're based in Tennessee. I think like they're country artists and they have some relationship with Tennessee, I guess, or Nashville or whatnot. I don't know. Göteborg Tears sounds really dumb though. I'm sorry. It's also the second time someone has a title related to Tennessee. First one was Osby, Tennessee in 2018. That's true. Tears was the only Heat 2 song I liked. More power to you. I liked Panitos. Is the reason Loreen is not in her official Melfest portrait like everyone else is because she's on another level? I don't know. I downloaded them from the Melody Festival website. So that's... They put this photo on her. So maybe they think that she's not on the level of everyone else. Standing in the pain, that's so me. Groot, the chat could write some lyrics while you play the guitar and it wouldn't turn out much worse than Maria Sur song. Wow, that's harsh. I find it very pretentious, especially knowing there isn't a Ukrainian behind the lyrics. I agree, Jeffrey. I agree. Nah, instead they got Laurel behind this girl's song. So Laurel Barker have written those lyrics, I guess. I'm not gonna mention anything about that. I'm just disappointed by the lyrics in that song because it deserves to be more heartfelt. I think oh yeah, Victor Krone is very good, Waffle says. Happy to hear that. Happy that some people actually like him. I'd have issues with Jon Henrik Fjellgren and the other two guys because Jon Henrik deserves better. I probably agree a little bit. Yeah. Obsessed with 2017 but didn't like this one at all. Yeah, 2017 is the standout effort from him. 2015 is really good as well. But we had Mons in 2015, so we couldn't go for him. Sorry. 3:41 a.m. here. Ans Rick needs to sleep. Good night, Ans Rick. Really happy to have you here for so long. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now, so have a good night. Okay taste for the top 3. I got the same 3 plus Mir Day. Happy to hear it. I think those 3 are like the massive standouts here. Air feels like just an average enjoyable pop song, but as I said earlier, no, I disagree, Lawrence. I disagree. It's where have you heard pop songs with a sound design like that, like this synth hook that it has? I need to listen to the pop songs you've heard because I disagree. Gary says the airdrop is not for him. I know it is good, but I just can't get myself to like it, and that's absolutely fine. It is right up my alley, but it's never gonna be up everyone's alley, and that's completely just the way that it is. Happy to see you share that, Gary. I'm not too fond of Mellow this year now that all the songs are released. It's sad since I've always loved it, but I don't know, just disappointing, and I really hope Loreen wins. Completely understandable. It's not been the best selection, but I think we got a few good ones in here. Kapski says maybe it's just me, but the first seconds of Air reminds me of Not a Sinner Nor a Saint. It's not only you. The first like 3 or maybe like 4 notes of the song are identical to Not a Sinner Nor a Saint, but then it changes up. So, but you're absolutely right. I believe they're probably in the same key as well because it sounds identical. I agree with you. Queen Loreen cannot be beaten this year. Probably not. Film 4.0 airdrop is exactly for me. Yeah, me too. Artie says, hi, hope you're having a great stream. Can't listen to much of it because I'm very tired, but yeah, good luck. Thank you very much, Artie. Happy to just have you drop by and drop that comment. It's like the vibes in this chat. Can you feel it? It's all warm inside. It's like such a contrast to what you could also experience on other videos on YouTube. I feel so grateful for having so much warmth and happiness getting from this chat. Thank you for stopping by, Artie. Everyone who just leaves a comment, it's so appreciated because it really makes me happy. Unless you spread hate speech in your comment, then I wouldn't appreciate it. Air is just not for me. I'll re-listen to it, but it just feels like a song that I won't connect with anyways, and that's completely fine. You don't have to force yourself into liking anything. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Loreen, is Eurovision winner worthy? Possibly. Winner Loreen, and let's see. So Luca has winner Loreen and great alternative Loreen also. Kenneth has enjoyable Teos, great alternative Marcus and Martinez and Loreen, and winner Smashing to Pieces. I like that. I like that. We got the same top 3, Kenneth, but you prefer the rock, which is really cool. Gary, my tier list: 1 Loreen. That's all. Winner Smash all Loreen, Marcus and Martinez. It seems like the top 3 is like so universally agreed at this point, which is really, really cool. Loreen miles ahead of everyone, but enjoyed Kiana and Marcus and Martinez too. Hey from New Zealand, Aotearoa. What? Love your comments and fresh perspective. Thank you very much, Wolf. Happy to have a New Zealander, a Kiwi in the chat, I guess. You're very welcome to join here, and I hope you have a great day for you. I mean, you've woken up, I guess, so it's a brand new day for you. And then Lucas is better than Mariette and Tears and Maria Sur. What's better? Yuyu's winner from Melfest 2023 is Booty by Alina. Yuyu, were you the one who always talked about this song yesterday as well? Like, what's up with the obsession about this song? Can we just forget that it exists, please? Lauren says, don't get me wrong though, I actually like Air. Have you said something that implies that it... Oh, Air feels like just an average enjoyable pop song. That was you that said that. So you like it too. So, okay. What bugs me about Tattoo is that in the bridge the same melody is used as in the chorus without rhythmical variation. They could have done something different there, in my opinion. What do you think? Interesting. I will listen to it again and actually think about that. It hasn't struck my mind yet, but I will absolutely pay attention to that. Very interesting. Thank you, Benny, for telling me. I'll listen to it a bit carefully again. Andy says, I'd take Cornelia and Medina from last year over any entries this year. I guess Loreen has it in the bag for now. Both Cornelia and Medina were obviously incredible last year, so but I think this year has the three standouts. I'd take Cornelia out of above everyone, including Loreen. But yeah. Mgua says, you might have already answered this, but do you make these tier lists public on Tiermaker? Because I would love to use them myself. I don't know. I just make them, and then I don't know if they public or not. I guess if we search for Melody Festival in 2023 in here, no, I don't think they're public. I'm sorry, Mgua, but you can really it's really easy to make your own if you want to try. I don't know how to make it public, so I can't, but it's really easy to make your own. So you can look into that if you want to. Aotearoa is the Maori name from New Zealand. I didn't know, and I probably pronounced it terribly as well. So sorry for that. I wasn't expecting you putting Maria Sur and Theos over Mariette. Ah, got it, Luca. Got it. C Registering says, you're not the only Kiwi here. Well, welcome to another New Zealander, and good morning to you, I guess. 1:55 p.m. Wait, it's 1:55 p.m.? Are you 12 hours ahead? Or am I stupid? 1:55 p.m. Holy, okay. There are two highlights from Portugal tonight for you to review. Mimicat and a band called You Can't Win Charlie Brown. You Can't Win Charlie Brown? Okay. Okay, nice. So I guess we're satisfied with the Portuguese results as well then. Which song or songs of the eliminated bottom three of the heats do you think deserved second chance? Let's see. If I do that, the stream follows. Good. Let's see. Oh, we got... Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, in this one, I didn't like Kiana, I already told you. So Axel instead of Kiana, I would have preferred. Signo Jöres would also have been okay instead of Kiana. But I'm not overly dissatisfied with these results right here. Didn't like Mera Mera Mera, so that one could have stayed outside. But I don't care for Kiana. I think it's the worst song that we have left in the running now. So yeah. In this one, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I would have probably put Paul Ray outside the top 4. I don't care for this song. I think this heat is pretty strong though. The only thing that I can't click with at all is Laurel, which I think should be last. I think So kommer känslan tillbaka is a wonderful song. I've actually been listening to it a bunch after this heat, and I would have loved to see it go through, but it was never happening. And if it would have gone through, would have been instead of Paul Ray, because I think the other songs are too good. Idalova was good too. Not sure, but I really like Casanovas. Heat 2, I think the qualifiers were pretty good. Victoria was decent, but the qualifiers were also decent, so I'm not sure. Victoria was a bit too repetitive, but the only thing that kind of bugs me is that Victoria got knocked out, but Kiana went through. When Kiana has basically a similar song, but much, much worse, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's a bit frustrating. And in the first heat, yeah, Elov and Beni didn't have to go through. There wasn't really anything that excited me here, but I've actually been listening to Haunted a little bit after the shows, and I think it's really pretty. Has a nice evolution to it as well, and a nice vocal performance. I don't remember the live performance. I should watch it again before I really just claim that it should have made it through. But I think that one is actually pretty good, song-wise. Yuyu says, I made no booty references yesterday, but I do think it is very funny as a meme. Okay, then someone else did. And then Noah says, if Loreen wins, she will be my 12 points and Denmark will have to get 10. France get 8. Czechia get 7, Malta 6, Finland 5, Slovenia 4, Belgium 3, Estonia 2, and Ukraine 1. Where is Latvia? Where is Latvia? Can't manage with this. But Noah, aren't you Swedish? You can't vote for Loreen. I'm sorry, but that's just the way it works, you know. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think that's it. We've been streaming for over 2 hours now, and I think that has to kind of be it for today. Honestly, we've got some results. I gotta make some reviews in the week. Germany, Iceland, Serbia, Moldova. Got a lot to go through, and Portugal now as well. Whew. I have a long week ahead of me, but yeah, of course, Polish national final tomorrow. As Trustes says here, Filivers have to win tomorrow. I don't think they will, but if they do, I wouldn't mind. But I think Jan or Dominic are my go-tos there. But it all comes down to the live performances as well. If Filivers go, I don't really mind. Australia is underrated. The song slaps. Slaps what? Jeffrey says still 34 in the room. Go give a like before you head out. If you want to like the stream, you can do that. Absolutely. Still so cool that 34 people are here at 2 a.m. Well, 2 a.m. for me, and just watching me chat with all of you. I got a veto because I study in the UK. Ooh, nice one, Noah. Good luck on that, dude. Oh yeah, making reviews, I guess. Thank you. Gary says, okay, I'm out. Good night. Don't forget to stream Tattoo and Cha-Cha-Cha. I won't forget that. Don't you worry, Gary. And Toypa says moo again, like in some other stream. And we're gonna end it with a moo, I guess. Yeah. Have a good one. I'll see you in a review soon, I guess. But thank you all for joining me for this stream, and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.